Hi everybody, it's me again. I decided not to put on my glasses this time because I cannot it was bugging me. I could see my computer screen in my glasses. It was weird. This log is going to be detailing specifically like my thoughts after the project has been finished. Just what I thought was the hardest, what I thought was the best part of it. Um, would I do it again? That kind of thing. So I guess I'll start off with what was really good. Make myself a compliment sandwich with the bad stuff in the middle, I guess. Um, so one thing that really was fun about this project was actually working with the bamboo. Sort of actually, you know what? That was incredibly frustrating. That was a lie. What I really liked doing was being able to learn about this in the first place, like trying the actual action of trying to put this together. The actual you know process was fun. Um, Working with the bamboo on a micro scale, pain in the ass. Trying to build the flute on the macro scale, though, as a whole, was actually it was a really interesting process because you got to learn about the new material, how to carve, how to sand, how to work with it, how not to work with it, what paints to use, how to tie knots, all this stuff. So I learned a lot of stuff from it, and that was fun. But yeah, as far as bad things go, bamboo. Oh my god, just bamboo is such a pain. It is such a pain. It is frankly frustrating to work with on a detail kind of level. I can understand making ladders and stuff out of it. The stuff is solid once it's aged. I remember Mr. Pepper saying that it has about the same tensile strength as steel, so yeah, it's a hard wood, especially since it's a grass. But trying to work with it with carving small holes and stuff, I really should not have. I maybe I just needed to be more patient, but it was difficult. It was hard, and it was annoying for a lot of reasons. With the fraying of the skin, the splitting of the bamboo, the fact that it doesn't like North American temperature or the lack of humidity here, and causing it to split a lot, forced me to use the second bad thing that happened was epoxy. At some point in time during the entire experience, we had to use epoxy putty in order to fill in a couple of gaps, clean up the edges of our holes and stuff like that. And for all those who don't know, epoxy putty, the good stuff, the stuff that's like brown and gray in the middle or whatever, once you start mixing it up, it smells awful. And apparently, I've got a really bad aversion to it because I couldn't stay in the same room for any amount of time. Like after 10 minutes of being in the same room as the stuff, I had to leave because it was too much. It was frankly pungent. But those were really the only two bad things. I really enjoyed painting the thing. I really enjoyed binding the flutes. And I really enjoyed learning about the context. Actually, that was my main focus throughout the entire thing. Whereas Nick was really into the construction of the instrument, I seem to be really interested in the history of of the area of Japan at the time, in order to give me some context as to when Kabuki theater happened. It was weird because I'm not normally super keen on history, but this was interesting. So I learned a lot about the Edo period and Kabuki theater. And Kabuki theater is the medium by which Shinobu was played the most, right? So you had to learn about it at least a little bit. And I found that the entire context was hugely interesting. There's a lot of parallels between it and Western European society at the same time because I have no idea why. I mean, it was just weird because the two were completely separate at the time. Like the Edo period was a period of complete isolation, so it was just really cool to see that. Um, and overall, it was a good experience. Like working with Nick was a pleasure. He's really zealous about any kind of work he does, so all kudos to him. Like he's outdone himself every step along the way. Obviously, I mean, if you've seen any of his logs, he cuts, he edits, he pastes, and everything. I sit in front of my computer and I record a log. I mean, I'm just ranting here, so that way, all the honest thoughts come out. I guess me being frank is important to me. So there's that, and I also don't have the. Well, I mean, I don't have as easy access to the same stuff as he does. But that's not the point. The point is that Nick really does put a lot into this, and he made this a lot easier on me. I'm hoping I wasn't too much of a burden on him, so there's that. But yeah, so working with him was great. Meeting with Mr. Pepper He's a really nice guy, so that was fun and interesting. And I got to check out the shop, and there's all these cool like samurai swords and stuff. So, shameless plug number 2: go visit Okami. It's a good idea. It's a cool store. Cool store. Um, oh, also another shameless plug: go University of Windsor. Um, let's see what else. Oh yeah, meeting with Mr. Cassidy. That was really fun. He taught us about the shamisen being like the principal instrument behind kabuki. So if we wanted to do this project again, but specifically around kabuki theater, we probably would have studied and tried to build a shamisen, which probably would have gotten me killed because a flute was hard enough. Trying to find python skin for a shamisen would have been difficult. If it is python skin, it might be python skin. Oh no, was it catgut? I don't remember. Either way, so meeting with Mr. Cassidy was really interesting because he taught us a lot of the specifics about it, and just how there's this idea of Johaku, which is like start slow and speed up and then finish. And just telling us about a little bit about Japanese philosophy, about the practices, about how it was studied, how it was, that sort of thing, and just that was really interesting. He was a cool guy too, so that was good meeting him. And doing the presentation. Doing the presentations in class was probably the most fun part. Just because I liked putting together the slideshow, that was fun. But also because Nick got, a lot of things together. He put together an entire demonstration of how to play and everything, and I taught Jim quickly how to play a Shinobu. But we managed to put on a mini kabuki scene. It was all at Nick's expense, too, so I got away scot-free. Absolutely no embarrassment on my end. I'm happy. But yeah, no, it was a good experience. I'm not sure if I do it again. Not in a hurry anyway. I'm not planning on building another flute for a while, but I definitely would like to, or at least buy one because these flutes do sound fantastic, and they're not any different from a tin whistle. Like this little bugger, same 6 holes. If you play these 6 holes, it's the exact same thing as playing a shinobu with just 6 holes. Not a problem, right? If I could do that, it's a little bit harder to do on a Shinobu, but it's the same deal. And I'd like to have one just to noodle around on and fiddle around with because I like doing that. So, would I do it again? Maybe. Anytime soon? No. It's time consuming. It's incredibly stressful. But yeah, for now, this marks the end of my logs. If I get access to Shinobu, I'll keep posting songs or whatever that I've learned. And anything else I managed to develop. But until then, I think I'm done. And I hope you guys learned something from all this. But the most important one is make sure you get a good stick of bamboo. If you're going to build a Shinobu, make sure you get a good stick of bamboo, sharp knives, and do it safely with gloves on.